صباح أستاذ.
صباح هيكل، كيفك؟
كيف صحتك أستاذ؟
الحمد لله جود. انت جود؟
أنا جود إيه.
شو فايق بكير اليوم؟
ها؟
اخذتوا فيلوسوفي الصبح؟
نو أستاذ.
Did you no فيديو؟
فيديو. هلا أنا
شو عندكم اليوم؟
ها؟
يا عندكم اليوم at 11
ما بعرف، عم بيقولوا في زوم هيك، بركي مشان أبريل 24.
24. Uh, how much it will last? You don't know?
No, I don't know.
Hello Thomas. Thomas, good morning. Thomas.
صباح أستاذ.
صباح، شو هيدك نايم بعدك؟
ده في إيه اليوم؟
Hey, good. Where is Chris? Nobody join?
ما بعرف.
Send a message for Okay, let's start. Exercise 14. It is about integrals, so pay attention. Consider for all natural numbers n, consider the sequence un defined by un equals integral from 0 to 1 e to the power 1 minus nx over 1 plus ex dx. Part 1, show that u0 equal ln plus 1 e over 2. What is u0? What is u0? شباب, what is u0? Integral from 0 to 1. We put instead of n 0, it's here e to the x. So it's 1 minus 0 is 1 in e to the x over 1 plus e to the x dx. Like us, how to calculate this integral? Like us,
الأستاذ
how to calculate the integral of e to the x over 1 plus e to the x? By which method? It is not a rule here. We have a method. By parts or by substitution?
substitution.
Let u, what are going to take u? Let u is what?
1 plus EX.
Let u equal 1 plus ex. نغير الباوندز for x equal 0. U is how much? 1 plus e to the 0, u equal 2. For x equal, make u equals 1 plus e. du equals derivative del 1 is 0, derivative del e to the x is e to the x dx. So u0 equals integral 0 is changed into 2, 1 plus e it is 1 plus e one plus e to the x dx is du over u. What is the integral of du على u شباب؟ Equals ln u between 2 and 1 plus e equal ln 1 plus e minus ln 2 equal ln a minus ln b is ln a over b equal ln 1 plus e over 2. Any questions about part 1 شباب؟
No stress.
Part 2 this is integral يعني مش sequence. 2 show that u0 plus u1 equal 1. u0 plus u1. u0 equal integral from 0 to 1 e to the power x over 1 plus e to the x dx plus u1 إذا احتاجنا محل ال n1 1 minus 1 0 e to the 0 is 1 0 لل 1 1 over 1 plus ex dx. How to calculate this? How to calculate this integral? This is 1 plus. I can put them under the same integral. 0 lal 1. 1 plus the denominator is 1 plus e to the x. وفوق بدل عندنا e to the x plus 1 dx. e to the x plus 1 على 1 plus e to the x is 1. So integral 1 dx. So e to the x plus 1 على e to the x plus 1 is 1 equals x between 0 and 1 equals 1 minus 0 equals 1. Deduce U1. How to deduce U1? U0 plus U1 equals 1. So U1 equals 1 minus U0 equals 1 minus ln 1 plus E over 2.
بتكمل بالكالكوليتر.
شو لا خليه هيك بس. Not necessary to find the answer using the calculator. Now part 3, prove that the sequence UN is bounded below by 0. How to prove UN is bounded below by 0? Meaning what we are going to prove? UN is bounded below by 0. What's meant UN is bounded below by 0? I need to prove that UN is greater than or equal to 0 for every n. How to prove UN greater than 0 for every n? So part 3, I have x between 0 and 1. X is between 0 and 1. You know, I have the integral from 0 to 1. So x is between 0 and 1. And e to the power 1 minus nx is positive. E to the power 1 minus nx is a positive. دايما exponential of any number is positive. 1 plus e to the x is positive. So the ratio e to the 1 minus nx over 1 plus e to the x dx is positive. UN is bounded below by 0. So UN is bounded below by 0. So this is UN. To prove that it is greater than 0, I have to prove the integrated function is positive. E to the 1 minus nx is positive for every x. 1 e to the x is positive. 1 plus e to the x is positive. All this function is positive. Had a positive, so the integral of this function is positive. Any questions, Haikaz?
No stress.
It is done. Did you write?
Yes.
Okay. How to prove that the sequence UN is decreasing? How to prove that the sequence is decreasing? What's the rule to prove that the sequence is decreasing?
نعم minus
minus
U1 minus
which not U1 un plus
un
1
plus 1
minus un plus 1 minus un should be less than 0. Then if this one less than 0, yani un is decreasing. So here part 4, un plus 1 minus un plus 1 I replace n by n plus 1 بتصير minus n minus 1 يعني بتصير minus nx over 1 plus e to the x minus this is minus un e to the 1 minus nx dx over 1 plus e to the x. So un plus 1 I replace n by n plus 1 minus n, it becomes 1 minus n plus 1. So it becomes 1 minus n minus 1. It becomes minus n. I put
أستاذ
them under the same integer.
أستاذ هل
Yes,
كتبت
Haidaz. Yes.
هل كتبت فوق
هي
بالأحمر وين؟
عم اقول كيف اجى هيدا minus xn.
أوكي.
e to the 1 minus nx حطيت محل ال n plus 1 un plus 1 حطيت محل n plus 1 بتصير e to the minus nx over 1 plus e to the x dx minus e to the 1 minus nx dx over 1 plus e to the x.
استاذ بس إذا بنعمل n plus 1 بيصير minus n plus 2
لا 1 minus n يا توماس 1 minus n replace n by n plus 1 بتصير 1 minus open brackets
استاذ ليش بنعمل replace أو بس بنحط plus 1
لا بنحط محل you replace each n by n plus 1 مش بس بتحط plus 1 you replace each n by n plus 1. Now I put them under the same integral e to the minus, since we have the same denominator 1 plus e to the x, I put them under the same integral, bounds the same 0 1 0 1 e to the minus x nx minus e to the power 1 minus nx dx. شو في اعمل هون يا شباب؟ What we can do
باخد
here?
common.
شو الكومن between minus nx 1 minus nx؟ مين الباور الصغير؟ Yes. e to the power minus nx common. So e to the minus nx common بيطلع عنا 1 minus e to the x over 1 plus e to the x. هيدا positive. هيدا positive. هيدا positive.
أستاذ هاي
هلا
فوق
x between
1 minus
هاي
هاي
minus minus x is between 0 and 1. e to the x is between e to the 0 and e to the 1. So I multiply by minus. So e to the x أو في يقول من هون e to the x أكبر من 1 1 less than e to the x 1 minus e to the x negative يعني هيدي هون negative. So un plus 1 minus un هيدي positive negative we get negative. This is all negative. شو؟
هون شو عملت؟
أخذت common. فهمت كيف أخذت common ولا no؟
ايه بعرف هيدا يلي فوق آخر شيء.
بدي أشوف الساين هون، بدي أشوف الساين لكل واحد، بدي أشوف الساين لهيدا الفانكشن الانتجريتد فانكشن. لأشوف الساين e to the minus nx positive without any proof، يعني e على طول positive، هيدا positive. وال 1 plus e to the x is also positive. Okay, still we have to prove 1 minus e to the x يا positive يا negative. So x is between 0 and 1. X integral from 0 to 1 in x between 0 and 1. E to the 0 less than e to the x less than e to the 1. حطيت e to the 0 less than e to the x less than e to the 1. E to the 0 is 1.
power E.
So I have 1 less than e to the x 1 less than e to the x يعني 1 minus e to the x يعني هو إذا بدك بالي هون 1 less than e to the x يعني 1 minus e to the x is negative يعني هيدا صار negative. So all the function is negative since positive times negative over positive is negative. So it is less than 0. So un plus 1 minus un is less than or equal to 0. Un is decreasing. Prove that un minus 1 plus un equals 1 minus e to the power 1 minus n over n minus 1. Prove that un minus 1 plus un. What is un minus 1? un minus 1 plus un minus 1 plus un بتصير e to the power 2 minus n هي كانت 1 minus n 1 minus n un minus 1 we replace n by n minus 1 بتصير 1 minus n minus 1 بتصير معنا 2 minus n هاي e to the power 2 minus n e over 1 plus e to the x. This is un minus 1. Un is given e to the 1 minus nx over 1 plus e to the x dx. We put them under the same integral. We put them under the same integral. E to the 2 minus nx, e to the 1 minus nx over 1 plus e to the x dx. I take the least power as common. The least power is 1 minus n. The least power 1 minus n is smaller than 2 minus n. E to the 1 minus n common remains here e to the x plus 1 over e to the x plus 1. I take common e to the 1 minus nx remains here e to the x. Here remains 1. Denominator is e to the x. Now to calculate the integral of e to the ax here e to the ax dx هي 1 over 1 minus n 1 over a e to the 1 minus nx between 0 and 1. Okay, first time we replace x by 1, second time we replace x by 0. 1 over 1 minus n e to the power 1 minus n minus 1 over 1 minus n e to the 0, replace n by x by 0, equals e to the power 1 minus n minus 1 over 1 minus n. If I multiply by minus, the numerator and the denominator equal 1 minus e to the power 1 minus n over n minus 1.
شو صار هلا أستاذ؟
Which line؟ هون فهمت هيدا كيف صار هيدا اللاين here؟
أستاذ بس قل لي
integral
كيف
e to the
بلش؟
ax. كيف شو؟
كيف بلشت يعني
un
كله
minus
كان
1. Okay, un minus 1 plus un. This is un. Okay,
yes
given un minus 1 بحط محل ال n minus 1 بتصير e to the power 2 minus n over 1 plus e to the x. فهمت هيدا كيف اجى هيك 2 minus n؟
yes فوق عملنا
حط اوكي same integral. اوكي حطيتهم same integral, same denominator, same integral from 0 to 1. You understand till here?
yes
Factorization, we take common the least power. 1 minus n is less than 2 minus n. e1 minus nx remains here, ex plus 1. 2 minus n remains 1e, e to the x plus 1 over ex plus 1. ex plus 1 ex plus 1 simplify. صار عندنا integral of the form e to the ax dx. The rule is 1 over a integral of e to the ax. مش integral عفوا بدون integral 1 over a e to the ax. So here integral of e to the 1 minus nx بصير 1 over a يعني 1 over minus n e to the 1 minus nx between 0 and 1. First time I replace x by 1 بصير 1 over 1 minus n e to the power 1 minus n. Second time I replace x by 0 بتصير هيدي e to the 0. Same denominator 1 minus n e to the 1 minus n. e to the 0 is 1, we get 1. هلا بس فيني اخليها هيك بس هو بده اياها بهذا الفورم 1 minus I multiply by minus the numerator and the denominator, we get the result.
اوكي ميرسي أستاذ
Calculate U2. How to calculate U2? How to calculate U2?
بنحط 2 بدل n.
From this relation, I put 2 instead of n. شو بصير عندنا هيدا؟ U1 plus U2 equals
ليش من هون؟
1. Yes?
ما بناخذ ال UN بس UN.
لا إذا أخذت ال UN صعب to calculate U2. هيدا part A, هيدا part B. Part B should be related to A. U2 difficult to calculate, it's integral. So e to the power minus x over 1 plus e to the x. We cannot calculate its integral. Difficult. So I use the previous relation. I put instead of n2. So this is the previous relation here. If we put instead of n2, بصير عندنا u1 plus u2 equal 1 minus e to the power minus 1 over 2 minus 1 over 1. So u2 equals 1 minus e to the minus 1 minus u1. u1 is calculated before. هي minus 1 plus ln 1 plus e over 2. هذا لقينا نحن ال u1 قبل. We replace u1 by its value. We get u2. Part 6. Part 6. Let Vn be the sequence defined by Vn equal un minus 1 plus un over 2. Calculate the limit of Vn as n tends to infinity. Limit of Vn as n tends to plus infinity. We replace un minus 1 plus un by their values. We replace un minus 1 plus un by this value divided by 2. بصير في عندنا 2 into n minus 1. So Vn, we are here. Vn equal un minus 1 plus un over 2. نحن معنا الفاليو of un minus 1 plus un. بصير 1 minus e to the power 1 minus n over 2 into n minus 1. Limit as n tends to infinity of Vn بصير 1. هاي بصير e to the minus infinity is 0. وهذا بتصير infinity minus 1 بصير 1 over infinity which is equal to 0. Prove that part B. Prove that un less than Vn for all natural numbers. Prove that un less than Vn for all natural numbers. هلا un positive, we know it is positive. It is still, we need to prove that un less than Vn. To prove un less than Vn, so un, I take the difference, Vn minus un. Vn is un minus 1 plus un over 2. This is Vn minus un. We take the LCM un minus 1 minus un over 2. It's here un minus 1 minus un over 2. But the sequence un is decreasing. معناتها un minus 1 is greater than un. Since the sequence is decreasing, un minus 1 greater than un, this is will be positive. Since un is increasing, un is decreasing عفوا, implies Vn greater than un. It means that un is between 0 and Vn.
يعني un decreasing un minus 1 كمان بيصير decreasing يعني negative.
كيف un is decreasing؟ مثلا like 8 مثلا 6 مثلا 3. هيدا
كيف قلنا انه
اسمه
هيدا positive؟
لما un minus 1 وهيدا un suppose un minus 1 minus un should be positive. 8 minus 6 positive. Yes, Thomas.
هيدا كيف عرفنا انه positive؟
ما عم نقول UN minus 1 is a decreasing sequence, decreasing like that, 8, 6. All the terms are positive. A UN minus 1 minus UN is a positive number for a sequence which is decreasing. Any decreasing sequence, UN minus 1 بتكون smaller, greater than UN.
يعني هون
خد
VN يكون
UN minus VN or VN minus UN. UN minus 1 plus UN over 2 minus UN. After taking the LCM, we get UN minus 1 minus UN over 2. Why it is positive? Because UN is a decreasing sequence. Whenever it is decreasing means UN minus 1 is greater than UN. Decreasing معناته UN minus 2 بيكون greater than UN minus 1 بيكون greater than UN بيكون greater than UN plus 1 etc. هذا decreasing. هذا معناته decreasing. Finally, deduce the limit as n tends to plus infinity. We use sandwich theorem. We know that UN is between 0 and Vn from the previous part. نعمل limit as n tends to plus infinity of 0 less than limit as n tends to plus infinity of UN less than limit as n tends to plus infinity of Vn. بس ال Vn طلعت معنا 0. We prove that limit of Vn is 0. So limit of UN is between 0 and 0. According to sandwich, limit of UN is equal to 0.
خلصنا أستاذ.
Okay, this is all.
Okay.
انتوا
باي أستاذ.
البيريود مع
يلا
اللايف لا لحظة one question. البيريود مع اللايف ساينس بتحضروها ولا نو ولا الفيديو اللي بتحضروه قديش الوقت تبعه؟
أهم أعرف شو هيدا الفيديو؟
ما بعرف I don't know. طيب
أستاذ أنا
نشوف.
بقول
شو؟
أوكي.
ما
خبروني
بنرح نعمل.
خبروني شو بصير
أوكي.
معكم. اوكي يلا باي باي.
باي أستاذ.
باي.
Have a nice weekend.
Thank you. Same for you.